Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the second day of May 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can look at the live spot prices. Now it looks like gold is down 15.69 to 18.90.22, silver down 12 cents to 22.89, platinum up 31 cents to 950.81, and palladium down 54.52 to 23.23.23. Is that even possible? Okay. In stock silver, you're looking at 992 pieces. Looks like it went down. Now, our next stop today is going to be the numismatic news, and this is by Richard Gidroyich, April 29, 2022. And the title of the article is Mint Sellouts, Sign of Market Strength. Absolutely, and I do believe it is a seller's market. Proponents of cryptocurrency investors appear to have had an epiphany. As of April 19, 2022, I imagine, Bitcoin had lost 13% of its value, while Ether had declined in value by 20%. The Reuters news agency quoted Gainesville Coins, Lutz, Florida. Chief market analyst Everett Millman is saying one of the main concerns that a lot of people who are new to crypto have is that it's not backed by anything, right? So we know what backed by anything means, like a fiat, not backed by gold or any other commodity or asset. It just goes on the screen, bam. So attaching them or linking them to a world commodity, it does make some sense. Now, it appears it took a coin dealer to bring the crypto world to reality. Reuters pointed out that Pax Gold has increased by 7.4% and Tether Gold by 8.5% during the same period, each being stable coins, those pegged to the dollar, or gold to avoid volatility. That's interesting, isn't it? Stable coins. Despite the current economic climate, the United States dollar, as well as precious metals, continue to hold their own, especially in coinage form. 5 days after first offering Proof 2022 West Point minted silver American Eagle coins, the United States Mint website indicated that they were currently unavailable, this being due to demand. Initial U.S. Mint product sellouts appear to be commonplace, an indication of the strength of the collector market. And that's absolutely true. Certain items, they just go so rapidly. Very rapidly indeed. Now, the Mint is coming out with an item today, and I'll show you that here in a second. It says rare coins will once more be taking center stage as well, okay? It was recently announced that U.S. gold coins and patterns valued at more than $50 million owned by the Harry W. Bass Jr. Foundation will be de-accessed via auctions at a date yet to be announced, right? So sold off. Yikes. So demand for the collectible and investment coins continues to outstrip supply. Collectors don't need a news agency to point that out. Absolutely. So let's go here to the United States Mints, and we're going to go over to the product schedule. And today is May 2nd, and we have the Zachary Taylor Presidential Silver Medal out. And he is a war hero, and he served for about a year, maybe into his term, maybe a year and a few months, March to the following July, the following year, maybe. So yeah, Zachary Taylor, 12th president. There you go. So moving on to the next item today, and this is a Coin World article by Paul Gilks, and it's out of Paper Money. Legislation calls for Treasury to develop electronic dollar. Yikes, what's that all about? And this is published April 28, 2022, so just less than a week ago there. Yep, there it is. That's the greenback right there, the dollar. Legislation has been introduced in the House of Representatives seeking to direct the Secretary of the Treasury to develop and pilot digital dollar technologies that replicate the privacy-respecting features of physical cash. Okay. A lot of people look at digital dollars, crypto, CBDC, as being a way that the government can look into all of your purchases, or in fact, anybody who has access to that blockchain technology or that blockchain ecosystem can see what you purchased, or anybody has purchased, right? Because all those digital transactions are registered and detailed and everything. So when somebody says that crypto is the backdoor to, well, that's just my opinion, but I won't go there. But it's very, very much not private, right? So they're talking about, let's talk about privacy for digital transactions. So it says here, HR 7231, cited as the Electronic Currency and Secure Hardware Act, or simply as eCash, well, that's clever, was introduced March 28 by Representative Stephen F. Lynch, Democrat out of Massachusetts. Text of the bill recently became available at congress.gov. The bill has been referred to the House Financial Services Committee for further consideration. And now it says here, the House resolution aims to pursue the development and deployment of electronic U.S. dollars in such quantities, denominations, and technical forms as the Secretary and the Secretary's discretion determines to be appropriate. And that means it's pretty ambiguous, isn't it? But they just say, hey, mate, work it out is basically what it means. Electronic U.S. dollars will be classified and regulated in a manner similar to physical currency for purposes of know your customer, counterterrorism, and transaction reporting laws, and thus not subject to third-party exemptions to a reasonable expectation of privacy, according to the text of H.R. 7231. Electronic dollars would be capable of being owned, held, and used by the public via a widely accepted hardware devices without third-party custodial or payment processing intermediaries, no banks, right? Or for that matter, Visa, MasterCard, right? We are at definitely an interesting time. Definitely interesting. Here it says the electronic currency issued under the Act would have to be distinguishable from other forms of electronic currency issued by or on behalf issued by other segments of the federal government other than Treasury, including such forms as central bank digital currency, CBDC, as may be issued by the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System or its designated agents, according to H.R. 7231. There it is, folks, including CBDC. The Treasury Secretary under the Act would be required to establish the Electronic Innovation Currency Program with a presidentially appointed director for a 5-year term approved by the Senate. Wow, here we are. We are definitely on the precipice of a digital dollar. So we know that it's not if, it's just a matter of when. Wow. Until a presidentially appointed director is nominated and approved, the Treasury Secretary, with presidential consent, can appoint an interim director. Yikes. Good article there, Mr. Paul Gilks. Appreciate that. And if you wanted to follow up a little bit more about that, you can go to theverge.com, and there's an article by Addie Robertson. The new bill would launch a large-scale test of digital dollars. And that's right. This is March 28, 2022. Very good article here. And like I said, you can listen to it if you have some extra time, and I will leave a link in the description. You don't have to listen to me read this article too, because you got it right there. So let's go over to the plus twos today. First one is, bam, right there, Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in a person's heart, right? But it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. I don't think I need to paraphrase that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Life happens. There we go. And here's the plus two. And this is a song by Sting. It's called Fields of Gold. And it is one of my favorite songs by this artist. So it's really good stuff. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you all have a great week. And hope to see you here this morning at a good morning to you with Tiny Numismatics. So there it is, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.